Some animals are majestic, some are terrifying, and some sound like your uncle sneezed and accidentally discovered a new species. The Babirusa sounds like a pasta, looks like what the? But okay, this chaos boar from Indonesia comes pre-installed with tusks that grow backward into its own skull. Yes, backward into its own face. Like it was designed by someone halfway through a migraine and 3 Red Bulls. And if those tusks snap off the wrong way, they can literally pierce its own brain and kill it. So basically, the Babirusa is rocking a pair of head-mounted death spears aimed at itself. Scientists say those tusks are not for fighting or for digging. So, it's a self-sabotaging skull weapon just for show. At full size, it can weigh up to 220 pounds and probably outsnort your Uncle Gary after a dirty joke at a barbecue. And somehow, this is not the weirdest critter on the list. Pronounced Hoatzin, which is fair, because what's in this bird is mostly mistakes. It lives in the Amazon jungle, looks like a punk rock chicken from the late Jurassic, and smells like fermented leaf juice. Locals call it the stink bird. Now, here's where it gets bizarre. This feathered mess doesn't eat meat or fruit. It eats leaves. Then it stores them in a giant crop where they sit and ferment. It burps plant gas, stinks up the canopy, and can barely fly because its massive crop takes up all the space where useful organs should be. It's basically a flying compost bin. Hoatzin chicks hatch with claws on their wings. So when they fall out of trees, they climb back up like angry little prehistoric gremlins. Because apparently the Jurassic period just never ended. Gerenuk sounds like a fake Pokemon your nephew made up. It looks like someone stretched an antelope in Photoshop and forgot to hit undo. This dude is East African, and out there his long neck even makes giraffes do a double take. But here's where it gets unhinged. It stands on its hind legs to eat, like it's a wildlife circus act. Its neck is nearly 20 inches long, which is a lot for someone who's only 3 feet tall. Despite the stretched noodle vibe, this lanky weirdo can reach up to 8 feet high when it stands upright and still only weighs around 100 pounds. Oh, and water? Who needs it? Gerenuks get all their hydration from plants because, you know, it's Africa, and it gets dry out there. Pronounced Dhole like bowl or soul. It's basically the forgotten cousin of the wolf, but with way more drama. This rust-red chaos dog from Asia rolls in at about 3 feet long, weighs as much as a bag of cement, and somehow has fewer teeth than a normal dog because its molars are sharpened for full-on flesh shearing. Yeah, it came to slice, not nibble. But the real madness? These things hunt in screaming packs. And I do mean screaming. They don't bark. They whistle, squeal, and yell like a chorus of banshees trying to summon the dead. And their coordination? Navy SEALs would cry. And no, you can't pet it, and only if you want to lose a hand. Klipspringer means rock jumper in Afrikaans, a native South African language, which sounds athletic and majestic, until you actually see one. It's an antelope that walks on tiptoes, like nature's ballerina. It has hooves the size of bottle caps, and it moves like it's permanently trying not to step on Lego. At just 20 inches tall and barely 40 pounds soaking wet, it's basically a mountain goat, but it's an antelope on shrink mode. And yet, this jittery little acrobat lives on cliffs, like actual cliffs. In this footage from Table Mountain, you'll see it hopping between jagged rocks like gravity was just a mild suggestion. It's basically parkour with hooves, and it sticks the landing every time. 10 out of 10 for style. -2 for giving me vertigo just watching. Oh, and they mate for life, literal ride-or-die antelope. Wobbegong. It sounds like something that got stuck in your throat and looks like a discarded, but very committed bathmat. But it's a shark, a real one, with teeth. These carpets swim around in the Indo-Pacific, mostly Australia because, you know, Oz, where the weird critters hang out. Some of these dudes can reach over 10 feet, but most are smaller. But that doesn't matter, it's still a shark and you won't see it coming either way. Its flattened body and weird tassel-like skin flaps help it vanish against coral and sand, until something swims a little too close, and then instant snack attack. And wobbegongs have crazy strong jaws and a vacuum-style gulp that can suck in prey faster than your mates at a free beer tent. And these things don't let go. People bitten by them often have to wait for the shark to chill out. Yep, name sounds like a Teletubby. but it bites like a blender. Culpeo. Sounds like a Wi-Fi password and looks like a fox that just walked out of a barbershop. It may look like a fox, but it's not actually a fox. It's a wild canid from South America. It's what scientists call a false fox. Same vibes, different DNA. It's closer to wolves and jackals than the real deal. You'll find it across the Andes, from Ecuador to Patagonia, slinking through deserts, forests, and even near towns. Because why hunt in the wild when you can raid someone's chicken coop like it's DoorDash? It's about 3 feet long, weighs around 30 pounds, and has a tail so fluffy, it's one audition away from a shampoo commercial. These guys eat rodents, rabbits, birds, and yes, the occasional family chicken because it's easy and convenient. In ancient Andean folklore, they were known as tricksters. Yep, this is no ordinary fluffball. The Takin is the national animal of Bhutan. It's big, heavy, and weirdly handsome. It's got the head of a cow, the body of a bear, and the general attitude of someone who ghosted you. Golden, kinda shaggy, chunky build, and horns that sweep back like it's about to drop a bass solo at an 80s rock concert. These things can weigh up to 770 pounds and stand over 4 feet tall at the shoulder, which is about the height of your kitchen counter, if your counter could headbutt you off a cliff. And speaking of cliffs, they're built for them. Takins climb mountains like gravity is just a mild inconvenience. Their snout is so big and weirdly shaped, scientists think it helps warm cold air before it hits their lungs. That's right, they've got built-in climate control. Moose-goat hybrid. Mountain boss. Literal national treasure. Fossa. Sounds like heavy construction equipment, but it's not a cat, not a dog, not a weasel. It's just a fossa and Madagascar's apex predator, and it's been haunting lemur dreams since forever. It's around 6 feet long if you include the tail, weighs up to 20 pounds, and moves like an acrobat. Its ankles can rotate 180 degrees, which means it can climb down trees head first, which is weird even for cats. And lemurs, they don't stand a chance. 80% of the fossa's diet is straight-up lemur. Think of a crocodile with Pinocchio's nose. That's the Gharial. It cruises the rivers of South and Southeast Asia, chasing fish, and can grow over 20 feet long. But don't panic. Unlike its grumpier cousins, the Gharial has one mission in life: fish. It's so specialized. Its snout is long, thin, and full of interlocking teeth, ideal for catching its prey. Oh, the males come with an upgrade: a weird bulb on the end of the snout. Scientists think it helps them honk louder during mating season because nothing says "I'm your man" like nasal inflation. So yeah, croc body, bread bun nose, chopstick face, and somehow still majestic in an angry French baguette kind of way. You've survived this list. But are you ready for nature's most unfortunate names? Then watch this next.